Hi, everyone. I'll talk about how perfectly Ted Lasso's final season ended in this video. Kindly note that there will be spinners from the show, so tread carefully on the off chance that you haven't watched it yet. Ted Lasso has always been a show that makes people laugh and cry at the same time. It's bittersweet for us as fans to see the show come to an end, but it's important to remember how well the ending suited the characters and the story we followed for 3 seasons. Let's look at why Ted Lasso's ending was so perfect. To begin with, how about we take a gander at how the person's accounts closed? The strength of the show lies in its elegantly composed and performed characters. Throughout the seasons, each character experiences significant transformations, and the final season beautifully concludes their journeys. The endings of each character's story feel complete and satisfying due to the care and attention given to their arcs. Ted's excursion this season spins around his struggle under the surface between getting back to his child in the U.S. and remaining with the club. We see him struggle, but in the end, he puts his son's happiness first. His close-to-home breakdown in the penultimate episode uncovers his actual cravings and permits him to address the unsettled sadness he has conveyed since losing his dad. Ted's choice to leave felt right, and his takeoff was taken care of with elegance. Rebecca, who spent the whole show attempting to outperform her ex, Rupert, encounters huge development in this season. She finds acceptance for who she is and moves on from the fact that Rupert is always in her mind. Rebecca's development is depicted visually through the use of psychic signs, and her encounter with the mysterious Amsterdam man demonstrates her newfound happiness. Ted and Rebecca's deep friendship is beautifully portrayed as well. Without the requirement for a close connection, Roy's process drives him to turn into the chief of FC Richmond, an ideal job for his dedication to the club. While it might at first frustrate that the situation with his relationship with Healy is left obscure, it is a more practical decision. These characters continue to develop and make decisions as life goes on. The newly discovered kinship among Roy and Jamie adds profundity to their characters and shows the force of self-awareness. Nate's reclamation curve is another champion in the last season. Getting back to AFC Richmond, he exhibits certainty and resolves his family issues. Nate's reconciliation with Ted marks a turning point in his life and demonstrates his development. We are left feeling satisfied by the show's masterful handling of each character's final scene. Ted Lasso's entire work revolves around the themes of belonging and faith. The show stresses the significance of unity, teamwork, and fighting for what is most important. These ideals are exemplified by the characters who achieve success both on and off the field. The journey of AFC Richmond is about more than just winning. It's about having self-confidence and working together when it matters most. The show's decision mirrors this, deciding to zero in on the significance of harmony as opposed to a triumphant result. Ted Lasso is full of strong feelings. Despite being a comedy, it successfully elicits emotions that are comprehensible to viewers. The characters on the show are very relatable and easy to sympathize with because of the writing. The difficulties that the characters face, be they saying goodbye to someone, longing to return home, or experiencing personal development, are relatable to the audience. Ted Lasso's unique identity, which will be remembered for years to come, is made possible by its ability to combine serious subjects with humor. The specialness of Ted Lasso's conclusion is heightened by references to previous seasons. The soundtrack, the person goals, and the general story wrap-up were impeccably fit and guaranteed the show finished up on a high note. Ted Tether went out while still at its pinnacle, instead of hauling itself along on its name and endeavoring to duplicate past progress. The story's creators and writers knew when to end it, preserving its integrity and leaving viewers with lasting impressions. The soundtrack of the show also merits special mention. The painstakingly chosen music all through the series not just upgrades the close-to-home profundity of every scene, yet in addition turns into a vital piece of the narrating. From elevating tunes during snapshots of wind to impactful psalms during ardent trades, the soundtrack impeccably supplements the show's subjects and adds one more layer of profound reverberation. Eventually, Ted Tether will be profoundly missed. It managed to strike a delicate balance between heartfelt storytelling and humor, leaving its audience with a lasting impress from cooperating collectively.